Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to New Japan Pro Wrestling's G1 Climax 26. We are on day 12, and we are on match 2 out of 5 in the B block. This is everybody's 6th match, and after today, everybody, including the A block, will have 6 matches under their belt. But let's look at what's happening right here, right now. We have got Michael Elgin about to take on the surprise of the tournament so far, the 3-2 YOSHI-HASHI. And YOSHI-HASHI not the only one. Michael Elgin also 3-2. Both of these men have the same record, which means that whoever wins this match will be not one but 2 matches ahead of their opponent, because even if they would fall one match and tie, they would still have a match advantage because of this one-on-one match right here.
Yeah, very, very interesting match we're about to see here, guys. It's Unbreakable Michael Elgin versus who I personally deem the indomitable YOSHI-HASHI. And if YOSHI-HASHI gets the win here, it's huge because he'll have beaten the IWGP Intercontinental Champion. And you'd have to think that would put him front and center for a title shot, given that he's also beaten Evil, who was the first man to beat Elgin. So, interesting stuff here.
That is definitely true, and that, you know what? I think that's a great note for us to begin the show on. We have our New Japan World Players set to 1 hour, 35 minutes, and 10 seconds. That's 13510. And we will be hitting play on go. 3, 2, 1, go. And there you can see Michael Elgin. There's YOSHI-HASHI. Bell just rang right now. And these guys, very different styles, very different builds, but at the end of the day, I think that the one thing that defines both of them is heart.
Absolutely. I mean, it takes a lot to put Michael Elgin away. I mean, for God's sakes, his name is Unbreakable Michael Elgin, but YOSHI-HASHI has shown us that his defining characteristic throughout the course of this tournament is resilience.
Exactly.
So Michael Elgin better not be sleeping on this match. I know he's on a bit of a streak right now, but YOSHI-HASHI's no pushover. It's either he just ate a knife-edge chop from Elgin and responds with one of his own. They both have shoulders taped up. I think, though, they're opposite shoulders, which is even more,
No, actually,
like...
it's the same shoulder on both. It's left.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, very interesting there. Both dealing with the same injury. Which I think, in a way, partner, I mean, wouldn't you agree that that's kind of a relief to the other competitor? Because you think, oh, well, this guy could just pick apart my shoulder, but he knows very easily that I could just replicate that strategy for myself if I wanted to.
Yeah, so either A, somebody is going to make a bad decision and start going after an opponent's shoulder, leading to both of them targeting shoulders, or B, they're going to have mutual respect for each other enough that they will not target shoulders at all and kind of give each other a little bit of extra recovery time for those shoulder injuries.
Now, building upon the deficits we know both guys are coming in with, if you had to give advice to both of these competitors given their opponents, so YOSHI-HASHI when facing Elgin and Elgin when facing YOSHI-HASHI, what would your advice be?
My advice to YOSHI-HASHI would be at all costs avoid a power bomb, because I know you're resilient, but if Michael Elgin hits you with that spinning sit-out power bomb, nobody has kicked out of that, and I don't think you're about to begin that streak of kicking out of it. If I'm Michael Elgin, the biggest piece of advice I would give is to not underestimate your opponent.
And I feel like he just did there. He thought YOSHI-HASHI was going to be lying in wait against that steel ring post. And Elgin, his injured shoulder, the arm of that injured shoulder colliding with that post. That's the first big mistake of this match. And now look at what YOSHI-HASHI's doing. Exactly what we advised against, but he's rolling the dice. He is working over that injured body part.
And now that, to me, if I'm Michael Elgin, that breaks up our sort of gentleman's agreement where we agree not to work on the damaged body part, and Elgin now has free reign to go after the shoulder of YOSHI-HASHI's.
And now look at YOSHI-HASHI. How brilliant is that? He gets the injured arm and shoulder in the hammerlock, thus isolating it so it eats all of the ring post. Brilliant by YOSHI-HASHI.
Very, very smart by YOSHI-HASHI on that part. Now rolls Elgin back into the ring. Maybe not the smartest, but he seems to feel like he's at an advantage here. So maybe YOSHI-HASHI's gaining some confidence from being able to hang with all these guys in G1.
I mean, it certainly wouldn't surprise me. Keep in mind, YOSHI-HASHI's first victory was against Kenny Omega, the leader of the Bullet Club. And now look at YOSHI-HASHI just working that armbar. And then the DDT there hooks the leg. 1, 2. And Elgin, though, with a powerful kick out. Almost a defiant kick out. Didn't want YOSHI-HASHI to gain too much ground.
I'm surprised he even let it get to 2.
I'm kind of surprised myself, partner. And look at that with the good arm. Tries the knife edge chop. YOSHI-HASHI, though, with just a shot to the face. And another knife edge chop by Elgin with the good arm, but he keeps going back to that bad shoulder.
Yeah, YOSHI-HASHI targeting that shoulder might have been a horrible decision, but if Elgin just feels like he's above that and he feels like he's just too honorable, even with YOSHI-HASHI kind of breaking their gentleman's agreement, maybe YOSHI-HASHI's taking advantage of something that he should be, that's helpful to him.
Maybe a nice drop kick there by YOSHI-HASHI.
We've seen him do that multiple times in this tournament so far. It's, double the back damage. You get the drop kick and then you get the fall into the ring from the ropes. Hurts twice as hard.
And you see Elgin there really favoring the shoulder. I mean, not that I blame him. I certainly would be if it's enduring everything that he's already endured. And now YOSHI-HASHI, does he really have the leverage advantage to pull this off?
No, he doesn't, but I think that he's confident enough in his own ability to not get suplexed by Elgin that he's risking it.
I would have to agree with you, but you know what? That confidence, that might just be borderline arrogance there, really thinking you could pull that off.
Oh, and there you see the Gamengiri from Elgin. He likes to do a slingshot crossbody here, splash.
And he does.
And there it is.
All that weight crashing on YOSHI-HASHI.
And this is where the size advantage is really going to come into play, because YOSHI-HASHI so far, the guys that he has beaten have been smaller guys. He defeated Kenny Omega. This is Kenny Omega's first year as a heavyweight. Let's not allow ourselves to forget that.
Corner lariat there by Elgin. That's an excellent point you bring up with the size differential. And another corner lariat there by Elgin.
And I believe YOSHI-HASHI lost his second match to Honma, wasn't it?
You are correct. Yes. Look at Elgin, though, hanging on to the German. Waistlock still applied. I wonder if he's going to go for a triple, a trifecta. Oh, no, he's not. He's going to bridge the second one there, too. YOSHI-HASHI kicks out, and Elgin does the release.
Yeah, YOSHI-HASHI has his 3 wins have been against Kenny Omega, Evil, and Nakajima, I believe, if I'm remembering correctly.
And I believe you are correct, sir. A nice forward lariat there by Elgin. He likes to alternate. Now there's one to the back and the back of the head. And I'll tell you, I mean, YOSHI-HASHI started working over the shoulder of Elgin. It paid some dividends for a time. We'll see if there are any long-term gains. So far, it doesn't look like there's going to be any. And look at that. The desperation lariat normally knocks guys down. Elgin, though, only staggered. And another one there by
YOSHI-HASHI. Second time. And again, Elgin, just too big, too strong, too thick.
That jumping enziguri there by Elgin. Elgin going to wind the arm up here. Going to go off the ropes. YOSHI-HASHI ducks. And that time, because he had more momentum behind it, he gets it. Hooks the leg.
2. And because not only he had more momentum, but also Elgin had some momentum, and that added to the force of the overall collision.
Because science! As now YOSHI-HASHI going to look to capitalize here.
Because physics!
Exactly. And now Elgin wasn't going to lie prone for that senton by YOSHI-HASHI. Meets him on the top rope there. Forearm to the face. And now if I'm Elgin, I wonder if it's going to be that delay, Falcon's arrow off the top rope.
Yeah, I think that might be exactly what Elgin's going for. Is he going to do a sunset flip? Yeah, he did a sunset flip, but Elgin's too strong. He's holding on.
Again, that size differential coming to the forefront.
Exactly, yeah. I mean, I was trying to point out earlier that the 3 guys YOSHI-HASHI has beaten in Evil, Nakajima, and Omega. Evil is a bigger guy, so that's a little bit more surprising, but Nakajima and Omega are both on the smaller side.
And he did get the powerbomb with the jackknife, and Elgin kicks out, just shot that shoulder out. And I'll tell you, I mean, the question of the size differential, partner, it really comes down to this for me, because if the butterfly lock does not get the job done, if the submission YOSHI-HASHI has been employing doesn't get the job done, can YOSHI-HASHI even get Elgin up for that half Nelson pump handle kind of driver move that he does?
See, and I don't think he can. I mean, he's a strong guy, and I don't want to take that away from him, but Elgin he's got to be in the 260-pound range, right?
Right.
And I mean, 2 of the 3 guys that YOSHI-HASHI has managed to beat are under 210 pounds, Nakajima and Omega. And Omega actually qualifies as a junior heavyweight at 203 pounds.
Right.
So, it was definitely surprising that YOSHI-HASHI beat Omega, But again, Omega didn't have the size advantage quite to the degree that guys like Evil and Omega and Elgin here have had.
And
And there you
Elgin,
see, he hit was that an air raid crash into the turnbuckle pad, by the way?
that seemed more just like a Death Valley driver, pure force into that corner.
Okay.
Regardless, though, YOSHI-HASHI kicks
And
out.
Elgin, I'm looking Elgin up, and he's listed at 245 pounds. He seems a little bit bigger than that, but I could just not have the best sense of that kind of thing. Evil is also listed in the 230-pound range, who YOSHI-HASHI did beat, but even then, Elgin is bigger than Evil.
Yes.
He's denser than Evil. He's thicker than Evil, you know?
And here comes potentially the Falcon's arrow here.
Falcon Arrow, here we go. He's got to rotate his hips, and he nails it. No problem.
And then goes right into the pin here. Gonna hook the leg. 2.
2. Oh, wow. That was really close. You'll notice how much more energy YOSHI-HASHI is forced to really exert to kick out of Elgin's pins because of how much bigger Elgin is.
And you see the expression on Elgin's face, consumed now with determination to put this match away, pointing to the turnbuckles. He's thinking buckle bomb. The chances of YOSHI-HASHI pulling out the upset have just grown dimmer here. Wait a minute.
There's the jackknife. 1, 2. Elgin kicks out.
And
That's another thing, too. It's harder for YOSHI-HASHI to keep Elgin down because of how much less weight he has. And there was a nice lung blower.
Right into the butterfly lock here.
Again, though, it's kind of a lazy version of the butterfly lock. Typically, you want to get both arms underneath your opponent's arms. And there you see Elgin took full advantage of the fact that he didn't lock it in properly. And wait, was that a DDT? I think it was.
That was a DDT, and then right back to the butterfly lock. But I think Elgin's so close to the ropes, YOSHI-HASHI's got to inch him away, and I think he's trying to, if you notice.
He is. He is trying to, but Elgin is too big, too thick to let that kind of thing affect him. He is literally within inches of getting his foot on the rope. And frankly, the way that he has his hips rotated right now, I don't think this butterfly lock's even that painful. Yeah, see there, you saw his right arm was free. He actually had leverage over YOSHI-HASHI in that moment.
Yeah, YOSHI-HASHI, I mean, I've been impressed that he's kind of refined his game to include submissions, but he's got to be, more aggressive. He's got to be more precise with them, especially with opponents the caliber of Elgin. But now
he's going up. He wants this senton. This might actually put Elgin away, although, again, the size disadvantage. There he hit it. Is that going to be it? 1, 2. No, Elgin, that's what I'm talking about right there. The size difference is the biggest difference in this match. You've got to remember, how many people has YOSHI-HASHI put away with that move, John? Didn't he beat Evil with that senton?
I believe he beat Evil with the pump handle driver.
Oh, okay. I thought he beat who did he beat someone with the senton in this tournament, didn't he?
I think he did, but I don't remember
who. Did he beat Nakajima?
He may have beaten Nakajima with it.
And now you can see he wants that pump handle driver karma, but Elgin. Oh, and there's the inverted enziguri, but Elgin with the roaring elbow.
The
super kick and another. Oh, the roaring lariat there. The discus lariat from Elgin, and that knocks YOSHI-HASHI down. And there's the full-blown lariat straight on. Goes for the pin. 1, 2, and YOSHI-HASHI staying alive in this match, but Elgin is being very aggressive. Straight into powerbomb position. Buckle bomb. He wants the spinning sit-up powerbomb. Is he going to get it? He did. That's going to be it. 1, 2, 3, and Elgin wins. That's why he's your Intercontinental Champion, people.
That's
right there.
I'll tell you, Evil may be the only one that ends up beating Elgin in this tournament at this rate. Well, actually, no, Naito also beat him.
Well, yeah, the Los Ingobernables de Japón both lost to Nagata and defeated Elgin.
Exactly. But I'll tell you, Elgin, ever since shaking off those losses, has been on a serious roll. And YOSHI-HASHI, I mean, what a game performance. But that powerbomb, first the buckle bomb, and then the rotating powerbomb did the damage.
Yeah.
Sometimes
that's all you need, man. Sometimes with guys like YOSHI-HASHI who are winning by their opponents underestimating him and just kind of kicking out of things that, again, their opponent, because they underestimate him, don't expect him to kick out of. sometimes that's all that he needs in order to pick up these wins. But when someone really knuckles down and takes him seriously, his size disadvantage is going to hurt him a lot in this tournament.
I completely agree with you. And you see Elgin, though, the show of respect helping YOSHI-HASHI back up.
Yep. YOSHI-HASHI's still a respectable competitor, though. Let's not take that away from him.
Certainly. Certainly. He was game, just not game enough to beat the Intercontinental Champion.
And that said, dude, we are now looking at the tippy top of the B block. Michael Elgin is by himself on an island at 4-2. Now, on the other hand, Naito and Nakajima are facing each other tonight. And unless they go to a tie, one of them will also be 4-2. So Elgin is by himself on a perch for now, but he's all but guaranteed to be tied with somebody by the end of the night.
Right.
And let's also not forget Kenny Omega at 3-2 facing Shibata. I personally am picking Shibata to win that match, but I don't think anyone would be surprised if Omega managed to pull that one out and he would move up to 4-2 as well. So we already have one man at 4-2. By the end of the night, we will have anywhere from one, depending on if Naito and Nakajima tie or not, to 3 men at 4-2 in this block.
Well, when we come back, we're going to be looking at Hanma versus Evil here.
Absolutely, and that match is sure to be a slugfest. Ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned.